Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. Just gonna do a quick check. Is that? Oh, it's done it. Yay! Perfect. Okay, welcome to the show. Hello, and welcome to day 2. Um, this is day 2 with corrections and things that may not have been correct or in connection with other things. To be completely honest, with the episode 2 video that came out in the past 12 hours, there's not much change. I mean, of course, is there change in the sense that something has changed? Yes. It's not, and the day 2 isn't a 9 mile walk in the same sense of being able to go to the campsite. The campsite isn't even a campsite. It's a private hire site that wants to sell areas for 120 an hour per person, which is ridiculous. But they did have a thing at the back that said they do have a garden area at the back, and I went, okay, let's have a look at the garden area. Now the garden area is technically worse. It's 150 quid, but it's for the whole night. But that's also per person. So I was like, no, there's got to be something else we can do here, but there isn't. So the only option we've got is the 13-mile walk. So this video, this is why day 2 has also got the title of Newcastle to Sunderland, because that is technically the location mark that you've got is 13 miles. So day 2 is 13 miles. So let's get going, so you can see exactly what we're in for and what sights and things that we have on this journey. And there you go. Let's get started. So here we are at the Premier Inn. We will have slept. Day 1, we will have eaten at the Lock, and we will have slept, and we're here now at the Premier Inn, and we come out and we find our way to this road. So probably up here, probably at this bit. So we're here, and we'll walk up this road and walk up this road and come around here and onto the main road, and we'll walk along the main road here, right around here, walk down here, walk here, go through a little pathway that's here into this area here, down here, down through that estate. Wait for it to catch up, because it does thing. There is an ATM, which is quite fun. Yeah, just sitting there when we walk past here. So if we need to get money, there's an ATM. Then we walk around this bit here, find ourselves onto the path on either side of the road, and continue on this road and down here and into the very first of many sites. But our very first site that we actually come across is the pedestrian tunnel, where we go under or through or whatever the hell we do, but we end up on the other side of the river, where we then come out of here and go down this road here, and here we come out, I think. Is that right, or is that the wrong road? I keep doing this. I keep thinking that's the wrong road. That is the wrong road. I'm so sorry. That's the wrong road. We can't do that. That is the wrong road. So we come out of the Tyne Tunnel here, and we come across here. And instead of going along that road, we can't. So we go straight down, and we're straight on to this road. Now, we're not on this road for a long time, but we will have an occurrence later on where we will be on a long road later on. So we come out of there, come down here, and we go this way, and we stay on this road until we get to here. So it's not long. Then we go around this industrial site here to a public pathway that takes us through a forest area and takes us through so that we can see this thing. This is the tallest telephone broadcast tower pylon system in the Northeast, and it is really, really tall. You don't realize how tall it is until you see this up close. When I used the orange man to find out how tall it was, I was like, wow, that is tall, and it's really surprisingly tall. um, so yeah, that's just something, but that's something we'll be able to see from the other side of the river as well, and we'll be like, hey, we've got to walk past that. So yeah, that's something on the thing. So we'll be here, and we'll come down this pathway here through the forest area, which is a nice forest, and we'll keep coming down here, keep coming down here, keep coming down this road on the pathways, and turning to go this way, which takes us past the St. Paul's Monastery, which has a ruin of what's left of half of the monastery and what remains of the actual monastery, which has been changed into a church chapel. And what is quite nice about the place is that they've got an open door policy, so you can go in and say hello to the people there. And what I'm going to do as a process build up is that's going to be a point where I'm going to be like, hi, we're going to be walking around and doing stuff. Hi, we might meet you. We might meet. So basically, we might meet these people. That's just what I'm saying. Anyway, so get to here. Now this is where our road starts, essentially, with the road in general, because we'll be on a road for a long time to get from basically the river Tyne all the way back to the beach again, at a little known place known as Little Haven. So anyway, so we come out here, we go down this road, over a bridge, down this road, follow this road, and this is a main road that has a path system. So we follow the path system along this main road, and we keep following this main road, and we keep following this main road. This is the closest road you can get to the river, because you can't go any closer because of basically just how huge, I mean, the actual industrial site is. It's massive. It covers a full 16-kilometer area that we just can't get into. So yeah, so we this bit here, up here, and up to, nope, you still can't go up there, so it's the next one on the left, and it's here. Here's the turn off. So we get to here, and we go up this road, and keep going up this road, and keep going up this road, and up again, and still next to the River Tyne, which is nice to know, and keep going back up, and keep going up, and keep going up, and nope, don't keep going up. Yep, because this was a bit that tripped me up several times. I thought I could go that way. I can't go that way, so we've got to go then up this road to the walk in here, and then continue on this road up again, up and up and up, and up again, and past this roundabout, and we walk past, and we can say hello to the World National Centre for the Written Word. Might be something there for me and James to look at, never know. Anyway, so we stay on this road, and we keep on this road still. I'll just pause us at this roundabout for a second. I thought we could get through this area here. We can't. Anyway, so we're still on the road, and we keep going along this road, and over a bridge, and still on this road, and still on this. This is the road that might kill us, but you know, that's how this goes. And it's interesting as well, the dynamic change from a road and a road and more road, because we've still got the road. I'll explain the dynamic change when we get to it. But when we get to the end of this road, we end up at Little Haven. Now, when we get to here, we can sit on the beach and just relax and just have time to just go, and just, you know, have that moment of just falling onto the grass, onto the ground, and going, oh, my legs, my head, and just have a bit of a rest. That might even be where we have lunch, because it'll just be a nice. I think that'll just be nice for us in general, just to have, just to try and relax a little bit before we move on. So yeah, but that's the tricky road bit before we get into the nice part of that day, which will be beach walking. And yeah, we've got beach walking to do, we've got hill walking to do, we've got cliffside walking to do, and yeah, it just gets, it sort of gets better. So you will have this long slug of walking along a road essentially, and then getting here to have lunch. Right, so again, there's a path and the beach, path beach, and that continues down to here, where we can then come off here at the, there's a step line. I think I'm just going to zoom in because there is a bit where it doesn't tell me where the step line happens. I think it's here or here, doesn't matter. It's one of those two. It's either there or there, and you come up onto the promenade, and then we walk down this pier. Do we keep going? Yes, we'll keep going, unless I'm going to just come out for a second to just check this. Wait, hang on. This is the wrong pier, isn't it? It might be the wrong pier. No, it's not, because the promenade's there. There we go. I was correct. So we get to this. So we walk up the pier, and we come past this house here onto the promenade or the beach. You know, depending on if it's the tide's in or not. But we get to the promenade, and then we can follow. For sake of argument, I'm going to follow the promenade. We follow the promenade around. Here's the promenade again, and we can follow this / the beach all the way down and down and down and down and down and down until we get to the end of the beach, which then goes into the cliffside walk, which is part of the Heritage Way, which goes along here. So we just follow this, and this is a nice path. This is a really nice path. So if I just zoom out, this is how, like, this path is, you know, it starts at the beach and goes all the way along here, round here. Marsden Beach. Does it go past the Marsden Beach? Yes, it does. It goes right. So just gonna zoom in a bit here. So we're still on this path. We're still on this path. Cross over here. We're still on the path. We go around the Marsden Beach. We'll go past a small quarry area here, but the path still exists for us to walk on, so we continue on the path, continue on the path, continue on the path, and we're still 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 on that path. If the path is still, yep, the path's still there. Good. And the path's still there, and the path's still there, and the path's still there. And yep, path takes us to a small derelict car park, but we then cross over into the next one, which takes us back onto the cliffside again. So that's nice. And then there's another path that takes us even further. And then it splits into two, but the main path that we want still keeps going, so it's fine. And then we've still got a path, and then we come past, so this is the, it's not marking the one. Okay, we do. So we walk down this path, and we get to the Souter Hole Junior. Now, the Souter Hole Junior is a hole in the ground that is a tourist spot, and there you go, it's a hole in the ground. Ooh, exciting. And then you come down here, and look, an even bigger hole in the ground. Let's not fall down it, please, because we'll never get out again. But yeah, it's a hole. So yeah, that's something. Right, anyway, so we keep on walking, and we keep walking and following, yeah, not that one, we'll be following this one on the side region. There is a small bridge that crosses a swamp there, but I'm not sure why we would go across that. There is a nature bird hide here that sort of peers over this entire area here, so we could see if we can spot any squirrels or anything. That would be quite good. Anyway, we keep following this path and approaching Whitburn now, but Tale of Tales. There's a labyrinth on the beach, so we could go down. We're allowed to go on. We could go down onto the beach and go to what is known as the labyrinth and see if we could work out how to do. Yeah, see if we can figure out how to do the labyrinth. We've also got. Yeah, and there's also ways up to get out as well if we need to get back out onto the footpath, so we're fine in that regard. And then we keep going and keep walking along and keep walking along and keep walking along and keep walking. Yep, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And we get to where the turnoff would have been. So just to let you know that at this exact point, this is the 9-mile mark of like where turn-off stuff would have been. There is no turn-off stuff, so we just keep going down this path. So, yep, the campsite can, go away. We're not paying an extortionate amount of money. Instead, we'll head to a travel lodge that's going to be easier for us to use. So we get to this road here and cross over here onto the next road, and we go down here. And what's nice is that there is still a path or the beach. So we still have the option of path or beach, path or beach, path or beach, path or beach. Just keep going. All the way to here. There's a stair thing that we can use to get onto the promenade, and we follow the promenade, and we follow the promenade. Yep, just keep following this promenade that takes us past some public toilets. And yeah, then we get to this beach. Now, with this beach, we can, if the tide is in, we'll walk obviously up here, and there's a pathway that goes that way, or the beach. So this is again path or beach. Path or beach. Yep, again, this is still path or beach. Path or beach. Path or beach. Okay, now we're getting towards. Yep, so this is the area that I just want to go over in a bit more thingy. So when we get to Roka Beach, if the tide's in, we'll have gone over this bridge here and we'll be on this path. And if we're up here, we have to walk down this footpath here to get onto the get onto the promenade. And if we were on the beach, we just find a way, I think there's a staircase there, onto the promenade. Because genius of Sunderland University brings us the start of the student pathway. Brilliantly designed student pathway. The student pathway was created by a group of students in 2004 when Sunderland University was approached by a group of students who said, can you find a path so that we can leave our halls of residence that you've created for us and have a way that we can walk safely to the beach and back in a safe environment. And they said, yes, we will develop and create a path so that you guys can get safely to your halls of residence and stuff like that. And what is brilliant about that is it gets us to our destination. So we follow this path and it gets us to our set, and it gets us on day 2 to the travel lodge. And here is exactly the path itself. So, and it is a brilliant path. So it goes down here, and we keep following this, and we just keep following and following and following and following and following it, because it does converge onto a road, but then it immediately converges back onto itself, and we're now on the promenade of the river, but it's still the pathway of the students. So it just keeps, and it just keeps on, it literally just keeps on going. It keeps on going, and it keeps on going, and it keeps on going. It goes around halls of residence for the Black Tie Hospitality Club. Some of these buildings are owned by student accommodation, so it goes right round all of these people, and goes around here, gets to a car park. Now the car park is technically the end of this bit. I was wondering if this staircase here goes down onto a beach, and it does, but this beach doesn't have any access points to get back up. So if you're down on that beach, you're not going to get back up again. So the only way for us to, I was like, okay, so we do have to stick to the path. So sticking to the student pathway, we go up here onto the top and follow the student pathway along the top of the cliffside here, all the way around here. Then down here takes us past the National Glass Centre for Sunderland, and as soon as we get to, actually as soon as we get to this glass centre, we're officially on the university property. And so we walk along here. We're now inside the university, and we're still inside the university, and you're not going to believe how big their university campus is, because when I found out, I was like, oh my god, it's just massive. We're still walking along here. We're still inside of the university bubble. We walk underneath this bridge and the train track bridge, and we're still inside the university. Then we walk along here. Yep, around here, up some stairs, and then up this path road here to this car park. Then we go, then we walk along this bit here, underneath this bridge, and up, up, and up, and over this bridge, over the main Sunderland Bridge, the only Sunderland Bridge, in fact. And zoom out a bit to get the bearings for this. And then we turn, we're now in Sunderland, and now we turn here, and we're still, and there's areas around here that are still student residential sites. So just walk down here. We keep walking down here. Just going to check where the curve takes, but that's the curve there, so that means that this is the road we have to walk down. We walk down here, walk a bit further, and I believe, and here we are at the Travelodge, and that is the end. That is day 2. So yeah, but what is crazy, because there's the student halls of residence, right? So if we continue to do the whole that route, it goes down there, along there. There's a path that goes somewhere through there and brings them down into that area there. But what I think is just a complete huge thing about this is that's the full distance of it. It starts here and it goes whoop, whoop, like that. And the university site is huge. The university site starts at this road, and it's just it's like here, this entire section here is all university property. Then you go into the Sunderland city centre itself, and then you have the city campus, which is over here, and then you come over here a little bit more, and they get the business area here, which is another section that's the university. So massive in comparison to where we spent our uni life. But but yeah, it's just but there you go. There's day 2. That's day 2's route. So I'll see you. So yes, so the next thing you guys should see is episode 3, where we try to see if there's any problems getting to our next destination, not knowing what our next destination even is, because that's the next thing on our list. We're now back to the square one basics of it, because now we don't know actually where our next stop will be. But that is a 13-mile walk, day 2, and yeah, so that's day 2. So I'll see you on episode 3. So yeah, and that has been this. Okay, adios and goodbye.